Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So there comes a point on the twin flame journey where the divine feminine calls back their energy. Calling back your energy on this journey is when the energy and the frequency and the whole journey starts to change. While ever you are in chasing energy, whether that is physically chasing or it is energetically chasing, you are spurging out your frequency and energy onto the divine masculine. But once you make the decision, and this decision is normally made either through choice of surrender or pure exhaustion of the journey, and you go, I pull back my energy now. I pull back my energy because my highest currency is the peace within me. When the feminine really makes that energetic shift, and what I will say here is, it's not something that you decide from the mind and ego. It's what you create within. It's an energetic shift that happens in the heart chakra. When you start to call back your energy and you as the feminine come into your sacred soul essence and you start to create from that original soul's blueprint, then a big shift happens with the divine masculine. No longer can they run. No longer can they stay in mind and ego. They have to confront what is being shown to them. And so at this point, the divine masculine will often peacock, I'm showing my peacock feathers, will often peacock the energy out. They want to check in to make sure that the feminine is still there, because this is very satisfying to the masculine's ego. But you as the feminine, you have to rise above that. You have to alchemize that energy. Remember, this is not just a standard relationship. This is an energetic shift that you are making. You are now starting to alchemize those lower dense frequencies of desire and want, which is held in the sacral chakra. You start to move them up. Now, you can meet the masculine in those lower frequencies and you'll just keep on looping and looping and looping. And you will, in turn, then keep that endless search of trying to search out the keys to the journey, but you're on an endless search. Instead, you go, no, I am coming into my sovereignty. I am no longer taking the breadcrumbs. I am no longer coming into the lower frequency. I'm no longer keeping. And here's the thing. When the divine feminine makes this energetic shift, she frees the masculine from the masculine's prison, from the masculine's cage that they have kept themselves trapped in, the cage that has no cage door, the prison that actually has no bars on it. It is that the masculine has kept themselves in their own prison, the prison of the ego, the fear-based energy of not daring to take that ownership, not daring to be in that wholeness and fullness of self. It is easier for the masculine to stay in their own cage, their own prison, their own mind and ego, which keeps them running from themselves, keeps them in that void energy. And when I talk about the void, I don't mean the void that you move through on the awakening journey. I mean through that feeling like you are lost in a dark, lonely, damp forest. In the darkness of night, in the bleakest of winters, you cannot escape it. And the masculine will stay there as long as you are in that push energy. The key for the feminine is to come into your priestess energy, come into your goddess energy and go, no, I am now raising my frequency. I am now creating my own inner peace. I know that this journey does not feel peaceful while ever I am endlessly searching, while ever I am longing, while ever I am desiring and needing, knowing instead that you are wholeness and fullness yourself. You bring that beautiful selenite, which is one of the highest vibrational crystals. You bring it into your heart chakra. It vibrates at the same vibration as the angelic realm, as the rose. You bring it back into your heart chakra and you go, no, what is sacred for me? What is aligned with me? I bring it back. I remember. I call back my energy and I call back it today. I am no longer searching outside of myself. I am no longer waiting. I come into my wholeness and fullness. And in this shift, this is what shifts the masculine energy. It shifts them into seeing their truth, into seeing where they need to rise, because it is not for it's not for the feminine to come down to the masculine. It is for the masculine to take the action and meet the feminine in that higher vibration. If you are stuck in the pain, in the endless searching, in the endless looping, in separation, and you're ready to shift, today we started 30-day detox. 30-day detox bootcamp is there for you. I support you every single day over the next 30 days to take the shifts to inner union, to create that inner peace, to create that wholeness and fullness, to come into that sovereign sacred self and learn how to alchemize those lower frequencies so you no longer react to those big oscillations. So you no longer come into that peacocking energy. You allow that energy to find your frequency in that higher frequency. We have started today. It is in 30-day bootcamp. You can join on my website, which is catsacredsoul.com. And you can join by either joining the Twin Flame course, which is the A to Z of the journey, plus then you get the 30-day bootcamp and Awaken to Consciousness as well, or you can just join through Awaken to Consciousness. Whichever you want, it is there to support you to create the shift. No longer are you staying in those lower vibrations, you are rising, and it is now for the masculine to rise with you. Come along and join. I will see you there. Much love, many blessings.